Welcome to Through the Lens of Scripture. This is your host, Warrior Richardson. In this podcast, I take a close look at a wide variety of topics using the Bible as my lens. Today's episode is part 5 of my interview with Dr. Monica Larson.
Horace was unusual. Horace, I was in the playing my saxophone, practice drum, and then I left and I was walking out, and he was in the cafeteria. It was supposed to be locked, but it wasn't. There he was studying like 4 o'clock in the morning. So I walked out, so I finally got him. He was like my prize catch. So I was going to shake his face. So I went in there. He was real happy, smiling himself. He knew how I was, because, we had encountered before. But so he made the strongest argument for the validity of the Christian faith that I've ever heard anybody make. And he was the first person that ever shook my faith in my unbelief. He was just too good. Because his argument was, what was that argument? It was a classic argument about, he presented the evidence for the bodily resurrection of Jesus Christ. That's what he did. And his argument was airtight. It's a classic argument. And he presented it flawlessly. And it was convincing to me. I remember he actually, for the moment, it was just so convincing that he was right. There were no flaws in his argument. And he was shaking my faith and my unbelief. It was hard for me not to believe that that Jesus Christ really did rise from the dead. And if that is true, then everything else logically follows. But I didn't want to follow all of that to its conclusion. So I basically got away from him. I just ended the conversation and got away from it. But I could never fully think that for all the years it just nagged at me. And I always had it constantly to the back of my mind because the argument was irrefutable. It was airtight. It was logical.